Imagine transforming your humble yard into a mesmerizing storybook landscape. Welcome to the world of cottage gardens. These charming, whimsical spaces are a delightful blend of serenity and vibrancy, just like the enchanting pages of a fairy tale. Think lush, informal plantings of flowers and herbs, splashes of color and a sense of tranquility that invites you to step in and lose yourself in its beauty. Cottage gardens hail from the English countryside, where they began as simple, practical plots around quaint cottages. Over time they evolved into a unique style of their own, with a variety of layouts and designs that can be tailored to any space, large or small. From the traditional English style to the rustic charm of a French country garden, a cottage garden can be as diverse as the stories it tells. So remember, a cottage garden isn't just a garden, it's a magical living storybook. Now before you get your hands dirty, you need a plan. Creating a dreamy cottage garden isn't just about filling your garden with pretty flowers. It's about carefully curating a landscape that tells a story that unfolds as you stroll through the garden. Start by sketching a rough layout for your garden. Picture where you'd like your flower beds to sprawl, and where you might want a cozy bench under an arbor. It's this basic sketch that will serve as your roadmap, guiding you through the journey of creating your garden. One crucial element of cottage garden design is mixing heights. Imagine a symphony of tall foxgloves, medium-sized roses, and low-growing lavender. Different heights add layers to your garden's story, making it more engaging and visually appealing. Next, think about colors. A cottage garden isn't shy about bold and vibrant hues, so don't be afraid to mix and match. Purples, pinks, yellows, and whites can all sit together in a harmonious riot of color. Lastly, consider textures. The charm of a cottage garden lies in its lush, informal look. Achieve this by mixing plants with different leaf shapes and sizes, from the delicate lace-like leaves of a fern to the bold, broad foliage of hostas. And don't forget, planning your garden is a fluid process. It's okay to change your mind, to tweak and adjust your layout as you go along. After all, it's your story to tell. Remember, a cottage garden is all about abundance and diversity, so get creative with your layout. A cottage garden is a symphony of plants. Let's pick the right performers. Now, when it comes to selecting the right plants for your cottage garden, there's a magical mix to keep in mind. This mix includes perennials, annuals, and self-seeding plants, all contributing to the lush, informal look that is signature of a cottage garden. Perennials are the backbone of your garden. These are the plants that will return year after year, providing consistent bursts of color and a sense of maturity. Think of plants like lavender with its intoxicating scent, or the classic rose, a staple in any cottage garden. Don't forget about foxgloves and hollyhocks, which add height and drama with their tall spires of flowers. Next we have annuals. These are the plants that live for just one season. While they may seem like fleeting visitors, annuals are the perfect way to inject vibrant color and variety into your garden. Marigolds, petunias, and zinnias are all excellent choices, offering a dazzling array of colors to brighten up any corner. Now let's talk about self-seeding plants. These are the plants that sow their own seeds, popping up in the most unexpected places and adding a delightful element of surprise. Plants like forget-me-nots and poppies are self-seeders. They will not only fill in any gaps in your garden but also provide a continuous supply of new plants year after year. But remember, while variety is key, it's important to keep harmony in mind. The colors, shapes, and sizes of your plants should complement each other, creating a balanced and pleasing scene. And don't forget about timing. Choose plants that bloom at different times of the year. This way, there will always be something in bloom, keeping your garden lively and colorful even when the seasons change. The key is to choose plants that complement each other and bloom at different times. This way your garden will always be in bloom. Now let's talk about adding charm and structure to your garden. Pathways, arbors, and benches are more than just functional elements. They're the backbone of your garden's character. They guide your garden's narrative, leading the eye and the foot to discover the story you've planted. Pathways are the threads that weave your garden together. They invite you to stroll, to explore, to lose yourself in the fragrant beauty. Whether you choose a winding gravel path, a rustic brick road, or a magical mossy trail, each option adds a different texture and rhythm to your garden. Arbors, on the other hand, are like the gateways to your storybook world. They offer a sense of arrival, a moment of transition from the everyday to the enchanting. Picture a wooden arbor draped in climbing roses welcoming you into a hidden garden paradise. And let's not forget about benches. These resting spots are not just for weary gardeners, they are stages where your garden's drama unfolds. Imagine a stone bench, nestled amidst a riot of foxgloves and hollyhocks, offering a private viewing of the fluttering butterflies and hummingbirds. Choosing materials for these features is a delightful task. Rustic wood, for instance, adds a touch of country charm. Wrought iron brings an air of classic elegance. Even simple, weathered stone can lend a sense of timeless beauty. Remember, your garden should be a journey, not just a destination. So make it inviting with pathways and features. A beautiful garden requires love and care. Let's talk about maintenance. A well-tended cottage garden is a sight to behold, but it doesn't get there by magic. It takes a combination of watering, pruning, and deadheading to keep your garden looking its best. Now let's break these down. Watering is essential, especially during dry spells. Most plants prefer a deep drink every few days rather than a light sprinkle daily. This encourages roots to grow deeper into the soil, making your plants more resilient. Next, let's talk about pruning. This is the art of selectively removing parts of a plant, such as branches, buds, or roots. It's like giving your garden a haircut. Pruning is done to remove dead or diseased wood, shape plants to a desirable form, and encourage new growth. Finally, there's deadheading. This means removing spent flowers to encourage more blooms. Not all plants need deadheading, but for those that do, it can make a significant difference in their appearance and overall health. Remember, gardening is not a one-time task. It's a process that requires regular attention. But don't be daunted. The time you spend with your plants can be a great way to relax and connect with nature. With the right care, your cottage garden will flourish and bring joy for many seasons. Let's take a quick tour of some enchanting cottage gardens. Our first stop is a quaint, pocket-sized garden, bursting with color and charm. Despite its modest size, it's brimming with a variety of flowers, demonstrating that even the smallest spaces can become magical havens. Next, we explore a sprawling garden, a testament to the grandeur that a cottage garden can achieve. It's a symphony of colors and textures, with clever use of height variation, creating a sense of depth and intrigue. We then journey to a hillside garden where the gardener has masterfully used the slope to their advantage. The garden cascades down the hill, creating a stunning visual effect. Here, the cottage garden principle of free-spirited planting shines, turning a potential challenge into a breathtaking feature. Our penultimate stop is a city garden. It's a sanctuary amidst the concrete jungle, showing that you don't need to live in the countryside to have a beautiful cottage garden. This gardener has skillfully incorporated arbors and benches, creating intimate spaces for relaxation and contemplation. Finally, we visit a coastal garden. Despite the challenging salty air and winds, this garden thrives. It's a testament to the resilience of plants and the power of careful selection. These gardens are proof that with imagination and effort, you can create your own piece of paradise. You're now equipped with the knowledge to start your cottage garden project. No matter how big or small your current space is, it possesses the potential to transform into a whimsical storybook landscape. All it needs is your creative touch. Remember, your garden is a canvas and you're the artist. So roll up your sleeves and start creating your storybook landscape. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more gardening tips.